guys, it's me. It's been a little bit, since I last did this kind of video, so I was like, why not? So today we're going to do another Assassination Iceberg.
I don't know why I went into an Mickey-Mouse voice. Do not question me. Do not question my power. Anyways. Wait, did I do this guy? I do not remember doing this. Who is he? Oh yeah, I did this. Okay. Alright, so today we're going to part 2, finally. You guys have been waiting for 755 years. Yes, I know, it's been only 1 week, but to me, I feel like I'm letting you guys down, so I thought, why not do another one? I said, okay. So now we're going to talk about Anwar Sadat. Oh, I gotta get, forgot what it was. What was it called? Wiki. There we go. Wikipedia. Alright. Mohammed Anwar al-Sadat. Was an Egyptian politician, military officer, and third president, blah blah blah. You know, whatever. So it's this guy. He's Confederate, gunvoter. Don't you think he was in pressure by British help and telling help on Iceberg and explaining about God? Blah 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 blah. Just go for Yom Kippur. Kapoor. The last months of Sadat's presidency were marked by an internal uprising. Sadat allegations that the rising was incited by domesticated, believing that the Soviet Union was recruiting its regional allies in Libya and Syria to incite an uprising that would eventually force them out of power. Blah 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 blah. Merge cracked out as serious. In February 1981, Egyptian authorities were alerted to Jihad's plan by the arrest of an operative carrying crucial information. In September, Sadat ordered a highly unpopular roundup of more than 1,500 people, including many Jihad members, but also the Coptic Pope and other Coptic clergy, intellectuals, and activists of all ideological stripes. All non-government press was banned as well. The roundup missed the Jihad cell in the military led by Khalid Ismailoui, who would succeed in assassinating Anwar Sadat that October. According to Talat Qasim, ex-head of the government, a civilian interviewed in the Middle East report, was not Islamic Jihad, but his organization, known in English as the Islamic Group, that organized the assassination and recruited assassin Islamaboli. Members of the group's Malish al-Shura Consultative Council, head the famed Blind Shakar, and I don't think I said that right, but okay, were arrested 2 weeks before the killing, but they did not disclose the existing plans of and Ismail succeeded in assassinating Sadat on the 6th of October 1901. Sadat was assassinated during the annual victory parade held in Cairo to celebrate ease of crossing the Suez Canal. Ismail bullied emptied his assault rifle into while in front of grandstand, mortally wounding the president. So he emptied by. So just. In addition to Sadat, 11 others were killed, including the Cuban ambassador Umayy General and the Coptic Orthodox minister, and Samir Helmi, the head of Asia's Central Auditing Agency. 28 were wounded, including Vice President Hosni Mubarak, Irish Defense Minister James Tully, and 4 U.S. military liaisons often. The assassinating squad was led by Lieutenant Khalid Azwood after a Fatah proving assassination that had been obtained by of Mar del Ram. Eisenman was tried, found guilty, sentenced to death, and executed by the following squad in April 1982. Done. Exit all my tabs. Alright, number 2, Indira Gandhi. Assassinate. She like. So she's Prime Minister. Oh wait, there's an assassination right there. Jesus, that is the longest scene I've ever seen. Gandhi passed a wicket gate guarded by Simon Benson, and 2 men opened fire. Ben fell in 3 rounds into her arm with a .38 9.7mm revolver, and Satwant fired 3 rounds from his Sterling submachine gun that had fallen, and she had fallen to the ground. Both men then threw down their weapons and Bayan said, "I have done what I have to do. You know what you do what you want to do." Blech. Next 6 minutes, Borough police officers Tazam Singh Jawal and Ram Sarang captured and killed Bayan while Satwant was arrested by Gandhi's older bodyguards and an accomplice trying to escape. He was seriously wounded. Satwant Singh was hanged in 1989 with an accomplice Kahar Singh. Alright, so that was blah blah blah. So she was assassinated. She was declared dead at 2:20 p.m. The post-mortem examination was conducted by a team of doctors headed by the Taraf Das Dagra, who stated that 30 bullets had struck Gandhi from a Sterling submachine gun and a revolver. The Silence had fired 33 bullets at her, of which 30 had hit, 23 had passed through her body, and 7 remained inside. Dagra extracted bullets to establish the identity of the weapons and to correlate each weapon with the bullets covered by ballistic examination. The bullets were matched to the weapons at CFSL Delhi. The Indian government ordered a national mourning from November 1st to November 12th, with flags half-masted and canceled entertainment and cultural events on offices closed for several days. Pakistan declared 3 days of mourning, and Bulgaria decided to declare the day of national mourning. Alright. We got William McKinley. Alright. Mr. William McKinley. Sorry, alarm going off right now. Yep. Yeah. Alright. So let me go down here. Ohio. Ohio. Only in Ohio. That times never seem so good. A man in Crown named leading Skulls hoped to assassinate McKinley. He had managed to get closer to the presidential podium but did not fire, uncertain of hitting his target. After hitting defeat by anarchist Emma Goldman in Cleveland, Skulls had decided to take action that he believed would advance the cause. After his failure to get close enough on September 5th, Skulls waited until the next day at the Temple of Music on the Exposition's grounds, where the president was to meet with the public. Skulls concealed his gun when the handkerchief, and when he reached for the head of the line, shot McKinley twice in the abdomen at close range. McKinley urged his aides to break the news gently to Ida and call off the mark that had set upon Skulls, a request that may have saved the assassin's life. McKinley was taken to the Exposition aid station, where the doctor was unable to locate the second bullet. Although primitive X-ray machine being exhibited on an exhibition grounds, it was not used. McKinley was taken to the home of John K. Milborn, president of the Pan American Exposition Company. In days after June, McKinley appeared to improve, and doctors, including in the shooting, fiercely optimistic bulletins. Members of the cabinet would rush to Buffalo on hearing news dispersed, and Vice President Roosevelt departed on a campaign trip with Adirondack. His condition to specialists at all large hope that it was survive before weekend. Honored by afternoon, and known to the doctors, gangrene was growing into I don't know why I did that. It's growing into the walls of McKinley's arm and slowly poisoning his blood. McKinley drifted in and out of consciousness all day, but when awake, he was a model president. By evening, McKinley too knew what he was dying. It's useless, Jeremy. I think we ought to have prayer. Friends and relatives gathered around the deathbed. The first lady sobbed over him, saying, I want to go too. Her husband replied, we are all going. God's will be done, not ours. And his final strength put our armor around. He may have also sent his part of his favorite hymn, near my God to see. Although other accounts have the first lady singing it softly to him. At 2:15 a.m. on September 14th, 1901, McKinley died. Theodore Roosevelt was sacked and took the oath of office as president. Sokol was put on trial for murder 9 days after McKinley's death, was found guilty, sentenced to death on September 26th, and executed by electrocution on October 29th, 1901. Alright, we are going to Chihuahua. Oh wait. Going the road and glory killed. So his desire that Guevara be taken to Panama for after about 3 minutes before Guevara was killed, Felix Rodriguez attempted to question him about the whereabouts of other guerrilla fighters who are currently at his right, but Guevara continued to remain silent. Rodriguez, assisted by a few Bolivian soldiers. I have to close all these tabs again. Helped Guevara to his feet and took him outside to the hut to parade him before other Bolivian soldiers, where he posed with Guevara for a photo after seeing where one soldier took a photograph of Rodriguez and another started standing alongside Guevara. Afterwards, Rodriguez told Guevara that he was going to be executed. A little later, Guevara was asked by one of the Bolivian soldiers guarding him if he was thinking about his own mortality. No, he replied, I'm thinking about the immortality of the revolution. A few minutes later, Sergeant Tarrant entered the house hard to shoot him, whereupon Guevara reportedly stood and spoke up to Tehran over his last words. I know you've come to kill me. Shoot, coward. You're only going to kill a man. Tehran hesitated, then pointed his self-loading M2 carbine at Guevara and opened fire, hit him in the arms and legs. Then as Guevara writhed on the ground, apparently biting one of his wrists to avoid crying out, Tehran fired another burst, fatally leading him in chase. Guevara was pronounced dead at 1:10 p.m. local time, according to Rodriguez. In all, Guevara was shot 9 times by Tehran. This included 5 times in his legs, once in the right shoulder and arm, and once in the chest and throat. Done. Alright. Grigory Rasputin. Peasant. Oh. Rasputin, pop, 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 pop. The heat. A group knows lit. Oh my god. Yusupov said he invited Oh my god. Rasputin was murdered during the morning of 30th December 1966 at the home of Felix Yusupov. He died of 3 gunshot wounds, one of which was a close-range shot to his forehead. Little certain about this death and the circumstances of his death have been the subject of considerable speculation. According to historian Douglas Rove, what really happened at the Yusupov home on 17th December will never be known. The story that Yusupov recounted in his memoirs has become a frequently turned social events. Yusupov said he invited Rasputin into his home shortly after meeting and ushered him into the basement. Yusupov offered Rasputin tea and cakes, which had been laced with cyanide. Rasputin initially refused the cakes, but then began to eat them, and to Yusupov's surprise, apparently appeared unaffected by the poison. Rasputin then asked for some Madeira wine, which had also been poured, and drank 3 glasses, but still no sign of distress. Around 2:30 a.m., Yusupov excused himself to go upstairs for his fellow conspirators were arriving. He took a revolver from the murdered Pavlovich and returned to the bench and told Rasputin that he better look at the crucifix and say a prayer, referring to the crucifix in the room, then shot him once in the chest. The conspirators then drove to Rasputin's apartment of Sukhotin, wearing Rasputin's clothes and a hat in an attempt to make it look like as though Rasputin had returned home that night. Upon returning to the Monaco Palace, Yusupov went back to the basement to ensure Rasputin was at time. Rasputin leaped up and attacked Yusupov, who freed him out with some effort and fled some fires. Rasputin followed Yusupov into the palace's courtyard, where he was shot by Pershikivik. He collapsed into a snowbank. The conspirators then wrapped his body and drove it to the Patroxy Bridge and dropped it into the Malagnafica River. It was also written earlier to read was trying to discuss since blah blah. Look at this poor man. He just looks like a normal guy just dead on the ground. Alright, Lee Harvey Oswald, let's go. You all know. Lee Harvey Oswald was the person who assassinated JFK, U.S. Marine veteran. He shot him with a rifle. He died at age 24 due to a gunshot wound, as he was going to prison for assassinating him. Jack Ruby, he came in and shot him in officers. Where is Lee Harvey Oswald? Assassination. Assassinating rodents in America. Blah 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 blah. This is him right there. Soviet Union, where he tried all these things, immense blah blah blah. Point 30. On the morning of November 24th, while being transferred into a jail cell by Oswald was shot by a distraught Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby. Ruby was tried and found guilty of murder March 14th, 1964, and sentenced to death. In October 1960, Texas appeals of court reversed the conviction, but before a new trial could be held, Ruby died of a blood clot complicated by cancer, January 3rd, 1967. Alright, so that's how he died. So he got shot. That's Tsar Nicholas. Oh. So this is his house. You see, it can be it's torn apart because person Russian next to 405 children, blah blah, were shot and beaten to death by Bolshevik revolutionaries. Other Yakov University on the orders of the Ural Regional Silver in Yekaterinburg barracks on the night of 16th and 17th July 1988. All summoners were members of the Imperial Orchestra who accompanied him. Court physician Eugene Buchan, Lane Wayne, Anna the moving footman Alex Lee Trupp, and head cook Ivan Kadron. Their bodies were taken to the Kapitaki forest where they were stripped, buried, and mutilated with grenades to prevent identification. Alright, so these after the shoot was discovered, he's blasting up. This is which is a troop the executioner to the government in Moscow, specifically Vladimir Lenin and Yakov Servolov, who wanted to prevent the rescue of the imperial family by the approaching Czechoslovak Legion during the ongoing Russian Civil War. Blah blah blah. This is him. This is him. Them. This is family. This is Amaro. 6'9". C96. Mine. M1911. NF Mine 00 F906. So that was. Alright, so I just went through that one. Okay. James Garfield. How was assassinated? Who knows? Okay. So much forgotten presidents, and this is a forgotten president too. He was only 49 when he died. He was assassinated 141 years ago at 9:30 MLT. He used a British Bulldog revolver. James A. Garfield, the 20th President of the United States, was shot at the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station in Washington, D.C. at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, July 2nd, 1881. He died in Elburn, New Jersey, 79 days later on September 19th, 1881. The shooting occurred less than 4 months into his term as president. Garfield's assassin was Charles J. Cato, whose motive was the revenge against Gavin for imagined political debt and getting Chester A.R. for elevated as president. Cato was convicted of Garfield's murder and executed by Hayne 1 year after the shooting. Alright, Charles J. Cato, he was 40 years old when he died. So he's younger. His fortune 600. He inherited 1,000, giving to 30,000 from his grandfather. So basically, this is his signature. Ohio, of course. I can't even have a U.S. House of Representative in Ohio, bro. For real. Alright, he was assassinated. This is his signature right here. James A. Garfield. It's going over here because it's a twirl. Alright. George Mascone and Harvey Milk. Mascone, Silver Train 97, Stanford State Mayor Jones Mascone and Stanford Sisker Harvey Supervisor Harvey Milk were shot and killed in San Francisco City Hall by former Supervisor Dan White. On the morning of that day, Mascone intended to announce that the supervisor position White resigned will be given to someone else. White, angered, entered City Hall before the scheduled announcement time and first shot Mascone in the mayor's office in Harvey Milk in White's former office space before escaping the building. A board of supervisors present dying fancy first announced Mascone's and she is. is first announced Moscow and most to the media, and then because of Moscow staff succeeded him as acting mayor of San Francisco. He was charged with first-degree murder, unlawful killing of a without justification or valid excuse, with circumstances that made him eligible for the death penalty. And however, in a trial released on May 21st, 1979, White was convicted of the lesser crime of voluntary manslaughter. The sparked the White Night riots in San Francisco. And block in San Francisco that evening, and led to the state of California abolishing the diminished capacity criminal defense. Also led to the urban legend of the tricky reparents, and many media report indirectly described the defense as having attributed White's diminished capacity to the effects of sugar-laden junk food. White committed suicide, and please don't demonic it. I'm not trying. This is a different person, okay? Different person, not me, okay? In 1985, a year and a half after his release from prison. So, this is the news report. City Hall murders, that's what it's called. San Francisco murders 4 times. Alright. Selena Quintanilla. Alright, you all know Selena. Selena, I don't know if you want to call this assassination, but okay. I guess. So she was a queen of Tejano music. Her condition. This is her. This is her. This is her. This is her. I don't know why she's on Spotify. Second was a American singer who's appointing Giovanna Salvador as president of Chile's finance crop in 1991 after Salvador had repeatedly asked for permission to start one. In January 1994, Salvador was promoted as manager of Center Boutiques. Soon, Selena's employees, fashion design, and customers began complaining about Salvador's management style. And let's go. It seems fashion. In January 1995, William Tilla Jr. began receiving telephone calls and emails from angry fans who had sent them membership plans and had received nothing in return. He began investigating their complaints and found evidence that Salvador had embezzled $60,000 from the fan club, and the boutiques were used in forward checks. After the Quintanilla family confronted her about this, Salvador fatally shot Selena with a .38 special revolver on the morning of March 31st, 1995, at the base in Corpus Christi, Texas. Although the health department tried to revive Selena, she died of hypothermia shot. The Latino community is these guys. Was compared to those who followed the deaths of John Lennon, Kurt Cobain, on JFK, Horowitz, and Maximilian's murder, burial, and her minds. And criticized ceremonies, claiming her sounds of gunshots and acting, causing an uproar among the Latino population. On April 12th, 2 weeks after her death, then Texas Governor George W. Bush declared her birthday Selena Day in Texas, offending some Americans because Selena Day that year was coincided with Easter. He's 69! 69! Alright, this yeah, right. Faisal of Saudi Arabia. He's king of Saudi Arabia. He was born in 1906. Anti-communism, penicillin, slow policy. Blah 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 blah. Abortion, slavery, blah 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 blah. 6-Day War. So Sorry, Egypt died. Notice this guy. Oh, they both got assassinated. The king was shot point blank by Faisal bin missing son of his half brother, my son Ben Abdul. When he just came back from, so it's half nephew, half no, shot by his half nephew. You had just come back from the United States. America occurred. I mentioned it's literally a place for saying an event where a king ruler opens up his right hands to it, and to the citizens to enter and petition him. In the waiting room, Faisal took to Quatidi, royal representatives who are also when the prince went to the king to learn to kiss his mouth and inquired to his son. At the end, the French Faisal took out a pistol and shot him. Then the first shot hit the king's chin, and the second one went through his. A bodyguard hit Prince Faisal with his chief sword. Only minister Zaki Yamani yelled, repeating not to kill the prince. Cat's friend was quickly taken to Faisal. He's still alive. Soon, yeah. So he basically got shot in the eye. He died. He died. So he died on 25th, and he was buried in March. So King Faisal is him, right? I'm not crazy. Yes, King Faisal. Faisal died to see a king. He got one two for king for his sick little force that led to installation. Solomon was provoked by the process. When his clearly led attack on a television station not 6 days where he's shot dead by a policeman. So he's born a king. He's about to visit in 1999 where he's 13 years old. Alright, so this guy is right here. See, both of these guys were assassinated. One time we're done. Alright. We have the last three now. He was attacked by an axe. Gee whiz.
Gee willikers.
He was 60. After failing during March 20, Iceland assassinated overall the glorious and implementing attacks. NKVD Pavel Pseudoplutov is site where the atrocity was assassinated right here in March 1940? August 20th, 1940. He used the ice axe multi-purpose. Pareto, I had saved last ruined tragedy. Frankly, his parental blow and penetrating 7 centimeters, 2.8 inches into his brain. The blow to his head was bungled and failed to kill Trotsky instantly. Witnesses say that Trotsky spot and Messiah and began struggling fiercely from which resulted in Messiah's hand being broken. Hearing the commotion, Trotsky's bodyguards burst into the room and nearly beat Messiah to death, but Trotsky stopped them, laboriously saying that decision should be made to ask questions. Trotsky was then taken to a hospital and operated on, surviving for more than a day, but gone at the age of 60 on the 21st of August 1940 from exsanalization and shock caused by loss of blood. My son led stress. I laid my raincoat on top of the table or such a. So yeah, I used it. Yeah. Alright. So Quazam. The U.S. drone strike at Baghdad International after the third giant revolution killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. So they were 65 and 62. So he was killed by a U.S. drone strike. So he was shot by a U.S. drone, I think. He's killing the same Qasem. Oh yeah, it's tired. 1 a.m. local time, 20:0 UTC, 2nd of July, by the U.S. drone strike, which targeted Qasem Soleimani and his comrade near Baghdad. The ABC News and NBC News, Don't Worry News, Time, The Guardian, and other media described the killing as an assassination. Palestinian group mentioned him as one symbol of liberation from use. Also, condolences to the Iraqi for the death of obese Soleimani was heading back to mourners and thousands of mourners in attendance. But even this is this funeral right here. Look how much people there are, like 7 billion people. So you can see Najaf and Kabbalah were held refused. She was transferred to Iran for a DNA test. A funeral procession was started by Abbas that was taking them to Mashhad. So yeah, basically, she got shot by the U.S. I don't know, just Arabic. By Kunya. Alright, last one. We're doing Assassination. You guys know who Assassination is? He's a first time with Jocelyn Flores, and his last round predicted his death. He was assassinated on June 18th, 2018. He was only 20 when he died. This is mugshot. Apparently, no signs by living. Less violence. Murder. Where he shot near a motorcycle damage in Deerfield, Florida. The attackers fled the scene in an SUV after suing his Louis Vuitton bag contained $50,000 in cash. 4 suspects were released in Charlotte for fourth-degree murder, among other charges, and the motive for King remains under investigation. In August 2022, one of the 4 men pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in exchange for testimony of the other 3 defendants in their upcoming trial. The trial for the remaining 3 subjects is currently scheduled for 2023. Okay. But right, so 61 million years in USB. He was born during sorry for it. Oh. He has YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. Assassination has a YouTube. God. Look at me. You better love me. Yeah. Oh. Son Justin Flores. This is a clickbait video right now. It's supposed to be his channel, I guess. This. Bruh. Say his signature. What's a father? Church. So yeah. Alright guys, I hope you liked that video, and I'm sorry, like, this was very, like, rushed, even though it's, like, not rushed, but yeah, things. We're only on the 2nd layer, so I hope you guys are ready for this series. I'm not ready. I just want to get this done with. This is too, like, long. I'll have to research so much stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys liked that video, and subscribe please, or I will find your house. Alright? Mickey Mouse knows where you live. Oh, it's Assassination again. Good. general location. Sam, Liar Hill, and SoundCloud, John 13, Detention Center, Plantation, Porn. X-Rapper redirects here. Alright. Bye. 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 Look how much layers there are. Oh my god. Alright. Watch this video first. Okay? Watch this video. It's good for you. 8 out of 10 probably. Alright, I don't know why I'm extending this. What is this? It's great. 1.2 billion views. Alright. Bye. Bye, guys. Give me some good views. I don't know why you guys giving the 20 videos good views. I'm trying other stuff. Yeah, you watch the other stuff, please. Alright. Again, bye, guys.